What does taking the fifth actually mean legally? Imagine being asked a question in a courtroom that could make you admit to something criminal. What do you do? Well, in the United States, you have a special right called taking the fifth. This phrase actually comes from the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution. It means you can refuse to answer questions if doing so might make you guilty of a crime. This right is there to protect you from being forced to testify against yourself. When someone takes the fifth, they are saying they do not want to answer because their answers could lead to criminal charges. The Fifth Amendment states that no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. So, this right is a shield against self-incrimination. It applies not just in court trials but also in other legal settings like grand jury hearings, depositions, and administrative hearings. If you decide to take the fifth during a criminal trial, the court cannot comment on your silence. The jury is not allowed to think you are guilty just because you refuse to answer. This rule helps keep the burden of proof on the prosecution. The government has to prove you committed a crime, not you have to prove your innocence. However, the rules change a little in civil cases. You can still invoke the Fifth Amendment, but courts might allow an inference. That means the judge or jury could assume that your silence means the answer would have been harmful to you. This can sometimes hurt your case in civil disputes, so you need to think carefully before choosing to take the fifth in those situations. The Fifth Amendment also protects against trying someone twice for the same crime, called double jeopardy. It guarantees due process, meaning fair treatment under the law, and requires the government to pay fair compensation if they take your property for public use. But when people talk about taking the fifth, they mainly mean the right to refuse to answer questions that could make them guilty of a crime. Knowing your rights means understanding that you do not have to answer questions that could incriminate you. Exercising this right cannot be used as proof of guilt. It is there to make sure the government cannot force you to help convict yourself. So, next time you're in a legal situation, remember that taking the fifth is a way to protect yourself from self-incrimination and to keep the legal process fair.